Hello dear friends and welcome to Little Readers Rwanda. This is me, Primo again. Friends, did you know that 9 million people travel by plane every day? Today, we are going to find out what happens at the airport and on the plane. But before that, let's explore some difficult words in this text. Check-in. Place in the airport where passengers give their bags and get their boarding passes. Cockpit. Place in a plane where the pilot and cockpit sit. Conveyor belt. Moving transporter. Cockpilot. Person who helps fly a plane. Crane. Machine that lifts heavy things. Flight. It's an air trip. Flight attendant. A person who looks after passengers on a plane. Hold. Place for big bags on a plane. Passengers. People who are traveling in a vehicle. Refuel. To fill with fuel again. Runway. It's a long area where planes land and take off from. Scanner. Machine for seeing what is inside bags. Going on a Plane by Alson Sage. Contents. These are the 7 steps you use when you're going on a plane. At the airport, check-in, departures, getting on the plane, takeoff, in the air, and landing. The first one is at the airport. Going by plane is an amazing way to travel. Every day, 9 million people fly around the world. Big airports can look like cities. They are very busy places. In some airports, planes do not take off in the middle of the night. This way, people living near at the airport can have a good night's sleep. Flying fact. In a big airport, on a busy day, a plane takes off every 2 seconds. Check-in. Check-in is the first place to go. Passengers hand in their heavy bags. These go into the hold of the plane. Passengers can take small bags with them onto the plane. Big bags go on conveyor belts. Then they are put in a truck ready to be taken to the plane. In Heathrow Airport, London, there are 20 miles of conveyor belts. Flying fact. Bags can sometimes get lost or left behind. They have to be sent on a later plane. Airlines use computers to track bags anywhere in the world. Departures. All the small bags must now go through a scanner. The person in charge of the scanner can see what's inside each bag. When all their small bags have been checked, passengers can go into the departure lounge. This is where everyone is waiting for the flight. There are lots of cafes and shops. Some shops are opened all night. Sometimes you can see planes taking off and landing. This Arabia's 380 can try over 500 passengers. Flying fact. Flaps help the plane to go up and down when it takes off and lands. Everyone seems to be in a hurry in the airport. There is also a long way to walk. This moving walkway makes walking easy, but look out when it stops. Getting on the plane. Passengers are boarding their plane. The flight attendant is there to welcome everyone. This flight showing on the information board. An Arabian bridge is fixed to the plane while the passengers get on. A truck carries all the food and drinks for the flight in boxes called containers. Takeoff. The flight attendant shows passengers how to fasten their seat belts. She gives sweets to suck. This stops the passengers' ears feeling funny when the plane is going up in the air. It's sometimes for takeoff. The engines roar and the plane begins racing down the runway. In the air. When the plane is in the air, passengers can be playing a game or watching a film. Later, the flight attendant brings everyone a meal. Some people want to walk about. They go to the toilet if they want. The flight attendant gives out puzzles and games to children. Flying fact. The plane is traveling at over 500 miles per hour, but on boarding it hardly seems to be moving at all. Landing. The pilot begins speaking. We'll be landing in 15 minutes, he says. The plane going down, there are houses, roads, and cities below. They look bigger and bigger and bigger. Soon the plane lands on the runway. The flight attendant says goodbye to the passengers as they leave the plane. So friends, this was all about going on a plane. And if you've ever gone on a plane, please share your experience in the comments below. Thank you. Bye. See you next time.